So you're welcome back to this episode of this video. So in this video we are going to learn about JavaScript conditionals. So what are JavaScript conditionals? So let's move. So JavaScript conditional statements are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. So you know, from our last video we learned about functions, and we said that I nicknamed the function as they are not busybody, so they only run when you want them to run. So you can also determine when your code will run based on a certain condition using the conditional statements like the if and else, the if, else, if and else, the switch statement, which is usually used when the if, else, if is becoming too much. Then we have the ternary operator, which is the shorthand version of the if statement. Then we have the conditional, the if else statement rather, that is ternary operator. Then we have the conditional rendering, which we use mostly in React, but it's good to learn it now, and it's a shorthand version for the if statement. So remember that with the conditional statement in JavaScript, you can use to perform different actions. You can use it to determine when your code will run based on a certain condition. So let's dive in to our VS Code. So if I save this, remember we just learned about function, and we said that our functions only run when we wanted to run. So all this code that we've written in the last class, I can cut them and put them inside a function. So the name of this function will be what? Will be last video. So I'll just put them inside here and save. Now because I put them inside a function, if I save, you see my console terminal is what? Is clean. This function of my last video will only work if I invoke it, if I call it, but now I don't need it, so it has to be there. So when I move to conditionals, so say a condition can be used to control the flow of your code based on a certain condition. So let's say I have a variable called let age be equal to 17. I know in most countries you can drink alcohol if you're what? 18 plus. So I want to write a JavaScript code that will check if this user is greater than what? 18. If the person age is 18 or more, then the person can drink alcohol. Else the person cannot drink alcohol. So I'll say if age is greater than what? 17. So I'll put console.log and drink alcohol. So if I save this, you notice the person cannot drink alcohol. And why is that so? Because age is not greater than what? 17. In fact, they are equal to. So that is for that. So if I change this to, if I change this age to 18, not 18, and save, notice that it will not be true, so it will not show can drink what? Alcohol. If I put it back at 17, you see that nothing will show. So this is for the if statement. You can, it only execute the code inside if the condition is true, but if the condition is false, it does nothing. So now comes, so this is the if statement, just using the if. So now come to the if and else. So let's say that we also want, if the user is underage, put an else statement that says consider log with a message. Just put under not allowed to drink alcohol in Nigeria. So if I save this, you notice that because the person is underage, it will show what? Not allowed to drink what? Alcohol in Nigeria. So this is the use case of if and else. So the if statement only runs if the condition is true, and if the condition is not true, then it will fall back to the what? The else. So you use the if else when you want to do something if a condition is true, and do something else if the condition is not true. But you now see that the if else statement, they're only limited to two options. It's like true or false. Is either is true or false, is either is black or white. So what if you now want to do something? If it is true, then if it is not true, you want to check if other condition is met, then you do something. So let's do that. So I'll use this same example. So let's use our if, else, if, and else. So let's say we want to check if the person's age is greater than 17, means that the person is 18, so means that the person can drive. But if the person is underage, we are not going to check is the person with his or her parent or something like that. So let's check for another condition. We can now make, so let's see what are we going to do if the person is underage. If the person is underage, we are not going to recommend a drink that the person can drink at that particular age. So we can recommend maybe an energy drink but not alcohol. Then if the person's age is below, okay, so let me use another example. So let's leave this one because I don't know much about that. I just only know that it's from 18. So let's use another example. So let's say, let's number be equal to 5. So we want to check if this number is even. We want to return that this is an even number. Else if it is odd, we want to return that it is what? Odd. Then if it is let's say 9, we can say this number is a multiple of 3. Then else we can say this is what? Odd. So let's do that. So if so, how do we check if number is even? So remember we learned about the operator. So we say num modulus 2 if it is equal to 0 means it is what? An even number. So we say console.log even number. Then else if num is equal to, okay, let's say num modulus 3 is equal to 0, consider log is a multiple of 3. Then we cannot use our else. So you can still have more if else. So we can have else if num modulus 4, not num, equal to 0, can put is a multiple of 3. Then here we can put else if, I think there should be a space here, else if, so this should be a multiple of 4. Then we cannot end it, so it's not compulsory that you must end it with else. You can put console.log prime number. So if I save this, notice that it will show me that 5 is what? A prime number, because it's not a multiple of 3 and it's not a multiple of 4. But if I put something like 6, this is showing me is an even number. Now if you're using the if and else if, once a condition is met, it does not run the rest of the code. So if I put something like 4 now, you notice it's going to show me that is still an even number. But if I put something like 9, which is not an even number, you're going to show me that this is a multiple of what? 3. If I put something like 12, it's going to show me that is an even number. So it will never get to this multiple of 4, because any multiple of 4 will be an even number. So this is just the use case. So if I put 1, so let me put 1 4 divided by 1. I think that will, so if I put something like 11, so to show me that it is a prime number. So this is just a use case where you can use the if and else if else. So you know that if any of this is true, it exits the condition check and it will output that variable. So the next one that I want to learn is the switch statement. So now the switch statement, is used when the if, else, and else if statement, the if, else, if, and else is becoming too long. So let's start to do the same thing using a switch statement. So I'm going to comment this out. Then we're going to use the prompt. So you're going to select number. So we're going to select num equal to prompt. So this is a built-in JavaScript function. So we're going to put a string, type a number from 1 to 10. So if I save and put my constant log num, if I save, you're going to see this, the pop-up. So type a number from 1 to 10. So if I type any number, not there. So if I type any number here, let me select 3. You see 3 on my console. So now what I want to do now is we want to update num, because using the switch statement is what it uses strict equality, that is triple equal to, that is equal to 1 equal to 2 equal to 3. So we are going to say num number should be equal to num, or so it will cast that and convert it to number. So now we can use our switch statement. So I'll choose switch statement. So the key that is to change now is what? A number. Then the case, if it is equal to 2, then I'll put a constant log is even. Then let's put on that case, shift dot arrow down. If it is 3, I want to say it is what? Odd. Arrow down. If it is 7, I want to put complete. Yes. Then else, it's a constant log normal. So let's save. So if I put 5 here to show me what a normal number, but if I put 2, it's going to show me what? Even. If I put what again? 3, to show me odd. Then if I put 7, to show me completeness. So this is just a sample of how we use switch statement. Now, why do we use this break statement here? So if I comment this break statement, you see what will happen if I type 2. So if I type 2 here, not there. If I type 2 here, notice it will show me even and odd. So it shows me even because there is no break here, it moves to the next case and showed what odd. So if you want your code, your switch statement to only run what is inside this block, and after that it should stop there, you must add your break statement. Then this default, it only runs when all this condition is false. So that is it for the switch statement. So the next one is the ternary operator. So the ternary operator is the short version of the if else. So if we do this now, so let's let balance be equal to what? Let's say 100 naira. So we say balance less than or equal to 100. Then I put my question mark, constant log, and transfer or draw. So it then means the account balance is to lose. So if I say a constant log transfer and withdraw. So if I save this, notice that this account is still showing. So if I put 3 to show me count what transfer or withdraw, not off. So if I change this to 200 and I comment out this prompt, that does not keep loading each time I press. So you notice that it shows me now can transfer and can what? Withdraw. So since the ternary operator is the shortened version of the if else, so when should you use the ternary operator and when should you not use it? Now use the ternary operator when or if the condition is true and it's only one statement that you want to write, then use what? Use the ternary operator because it's simple and fast. But you use the if else statement if when the condition is true, you want to do more than one thing, and that is when it is advisable for you to use the if else. And there are some situations where you might want to write an if statement, but it will not work. But a ternary operator can work almost anywhere. So that is the advantage. And the next thing is the conditional rendering. So the conditional rendering has to do like this. So let's say if let balance modulus let's say modulus 50 is equal to 0 as equal to the log balance is a multiple of 50. This is for the conditional rendering. not turn out. I've already done that. So I just put and. The balance is a multiple of 50. So if I save this and save, you see that balance modulus 50 is not complete, equal to 0. So you show me that balance is a multiple of what? 50, because balance is 200. So this is an example. So using this conditional rendering, if this left hand side is not true, then it will not run the right hand side. So that is it for the if statement. So in the next video, we are going to learn how to use loops, then just higher array method and power of algorithm. So we are going to take them one after the other.